Great word from Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, a special Torah that all of his followers learn during this time before Rosh Hashanah, before New Year's. It's called Law 6. The beginning of Law 6 brings the unbelievable dynamic rule that a person has to focus on reducing his own honor, his own glory, and wanting only to increase the glory of God. This is not actually such a foreign thing, because if you look in the prayer books of the high holidays, all of the prayers only focus on God's glory being revealed in the whole world. God, just rule. We just want Him to be the king. It's a focus that we have to train ourselves and start to really put into our minds and hearts, that we only want for the glory of God. You see, there's two kinds of glory. There's God's honor, and then there's king's honor. King's honor basically is anybody else's dignity in a certain sense. And so when anybody else gets an honor position in terms of king's honor, well, they say that people usually question if he's deserving of this. Why should this guy get that? Why should that? There's always people who are going to ask questions why he should be awarded such an honor. As opposed to God's glory, no one questions. And a person can really develop this and acquire this and reach this kind of state called God's glory. And in order to do that, oddly enough, just to cut to the chase, is really you have to lose your existence in order to get an existence. That's really what it's about. Because you have to reduce your own honor. Rabbi Nachman goes to explain the essence of tshuva, which is returning. And the essence of tshuva, of returning, is an unbelievable dynamic rule that you've never heard before. Most people understand tshuva is, okay, you have to stop doing what you're doing wrong. You have to accept upon yourself in the future, and you have to confess about what you did. Rabbi Nachman says, the essence of tshuva is that when you hear, you're experiencing your own, someone criticizing you or putting you down, embarrassing you, that you are quiet. That when you are quiet, you have to realize, what are you in terms of relationship to God's glory? And obviously, God sent this experience for you to experience for a special reason. So if somebody's criticizing you or putting you down, even among other people, so you could use that opportunity to reduce your own honor, and doing it only for the honor of God. But to be quiet really means to be quiet inside your heart. He explains that really this is slaughtering your evil inclination. And so really what it is you're definitely reducing your ego. See, the idea here is before tshuva, before repentance, before returning, versus after returning. Before returning, we haven't reached our dynamic potential. We're pre-potential. We're not really existing at that time. Only after we do tshuva, after we return to the full awareness of our potential, then do we get an existence. So in terms of the avoda, the service, before Rosh Hashanah, before the high holidays, we have to get involved with God. I only want to increase your honor, your glory in this world. You have to say that, and you have to focus on it. You have to think. When you wake up in the morning, when you're going about your day, how can I increase God's honor, God's glory in the world? So when you're going into simple, when you're going parking in any parking lot, and you know sometimes it always happens that somebody takes 2 parking spaces, right? As opposed to going exactly in. They're in a hurry, they're in a rush, whatever, right? So then you get out of the car and they go, Other people might be in the parking lot saying, taking 2 spots, right? So sometimes you might want to go more in the parking space, right? So that here's a Jewish person doing the right thing. And that's just one small example. There's so many other places where we can focus on increasing God's glory in the world and reducing our own. Shana Tova.